Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you decided to join me. My name is Stacey and I'm an infidelity recovery coach. I specialize in helping the unfaithful in their affair, recover from their affair, and learn how to just get your life back after an affair. It's very complicated. We lose ourselves, we lose our happiness. So I help you walk through all the stages of healing and growth and transformation. If you would like to work with me and learn more about what it is that I do, please check the description box below. All the information on how you can sign up with me will be down there. Okay, let's get into today's video. So today's video is possible signs that your marriage can survive after infidelity. So I would like to go through some signs that you can use if you just found out your spouse had an affair, or if you just had an affair and it's over and you would like to know, hey, can my marriage survive this? I have used my life and some of my successful couples stories to pull together some signs. Of course, there are more signs, and I'm just going to give you like a brief overview or summary of some ones that I've noticed. And if you have any questions, if you'd like to get into more detail, please sign up with me and we can definitely go into detail, because I do work with clients who want to rebuild their marriage. I show them how to do that. So we go through a program on what it takes to rebuild your marriage. It's the exact same steps that God took me and my husband through. If you know my story, I had an affair. My husband, he really was great during that time of recovery. So we're actually going to be making a video together about recovery, but I just want you to know that it's definitely possible. You can do it, and these are some of the signs that we noticed in our relationship that pointed to, hey, recovery is definitely possible. So I want to encourage you guys with them also. Okay, so the first one is being willing to forgive. Not only forgive the person, but forgive yourself, and this goes on both sides, of course. You know, the betrayed spouse, it's important for you to understand that you won't be able to rebuild your marriage unless you offer that forgiveness. And forgiveness is not for the one who cheated. Forgiveness is really for you, because it frees you from those negative emotions of, I'm angry, I can't believe you did this. And of course, there's a time that you go through all this. Yes, you have to process through it, but at some point, you want to understand, okay, I'm going to stop going over old history. I'm going to look to God and see the new thing that He is doing for me, and I'm going to follow Him. Because in that verse, and I can't think of where it's at, it might be in Jeremiah, but it says, stop going over old history. See, I'm doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the desert. And it goes on to say a couple of other things, but I really wanted to point out the important part is that God will make a way and create something out of nothing, because if He's going to provide water in the desert, then that means He's making a way out of nothing. But we have to show up with forgiveness. And to forgive yourself, that's important too, because if you hold on to, I don't deserve, you know, to be happy, I don't deserve my husband or wife to love me, I don't deserve this goodness, it's going to make it hard for you to receive from them and hard for you to give and rebuild. So the second one is be willing to work on the marriage and not just the affair. So you want to do affair recovery work because it's a huge traumatic thing that happens to both sides. And it's very important that you work through those negative emotions. You work through what your questions, what happened, why did this happen? You want to address those things. You want to find out, you know, like, let's be transparent. Tell me what was going on. You want to do all of those things, but that cannot become a focus. And it's very easy for a couple, especially the betrayed, to make that the focus. So if you learn that, hey, the most important thing right now is for us to rebuild the marriage, that will shift your focus and it will help you to start gaining momentum in the reconnection part of rebuilding your marriage. Now, the next one is you want to prioritize time together. A lot of times the unfaithful really don't want to spend time with the betrayed because they have some issues there. And you definitely, as an unfaithful, you want to work through healing from your affair partner, letting go, learning how to stop thinking about him. You want to go through that 3-month withdrawal phase. And that's what I'm here to help you do. If you're stuck, if you need help, please message me and we can get you, scheduled and get a plan for you. But that is very important to work on that part so that you can start spending time together, because you want to spend time together. You want to prioritize the marriage. I need to start seeing you in a different light than angry, from the betrayed, distant, from the unfaithful spouse. Like they can be distant, disconnected, I'm just done with you, that type of thing. We have to start working together. If we want to rebuild, we got to come back together at some point and start prioritizing time together, not just to talk about the affair, not just to talk about the marriage, but to have fun. Start trying to find time to have fun together, almost whether you want to do it or not. I know we started a date night and more like a date day, where we go 2 days out the month and we'd spend the whole day together. And I know that's not possible for everyone. This is just something that we did, so you have to adjust it to what your schedule is like. But I didn't always want to do it because I was angry at him for all the years of neglecting me. He didn't always want to do it with me because he was angry at me for having an affair. But we went and we made agreements and we put those things aside and we're like, look, we know that we were friends in the beginning. We know we had something to start with, so we're just going to keep going. We're going to go back to basics, in other words. Okay, so the next one is work on yourself. And I mentioned that a few minutes ago. It's so important for the betrayed to have their own recovery time. And my husband, he works with the betrayed all the time. If you'd like to work with him, you can message me, go on my website. There's information on how you can get in touch with him. But he works with them on how to work on yourself, how to grow, how to, get through triggers, intrusive thoughts, how to forgive, how to build trust, all of those things that the betrayed faces. That's what he takes them through in that process. And I work with the unfaithful, and then we also work with couples together. So the unfaithful, you need to heal from the affair partner. Of course, you have to get through the resentment of with your husband if you're rebuilding, but it's important to get through that recovery phase. And it's important to say, okay, I need to grow in my marriage. It's not just about healing from the affair, but it's about growing. I need to learn communication. I need to learn what my core wounds are, how they have influenced my decisions in my marriage, how my core wounds have caused me to disconnect from my husband or become passive aggressive or be critical of him. I need to learn these things so that as we are rebuilding, we're growing and we're bringing in new coping mechanisms, new communication skills. Okay, so that is some of the signs that you can look for, or you can say, you know what, we haven't been doing that, but I want to implement that now. And of course, if you need more help with this, please contact me. I would be happy to help you. I know people have lost a lot of hope on recovery after an affair, but my husband and I, we made it. God brought us through. And I know, as bad as it was for us, if we can make it, you guys can make it also. So I just want to encourage you. Don't give up. There's definitely hope. And if you need me, I'm here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.